Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Parc Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on the #1 team in the land, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UCF's offense will get the first possession of the game. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got his man quickly.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Fires to the wideout. He caught it. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Panthers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's football.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. To the air, it's Brock. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab at the 30. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Knights want to move quickly. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You could see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up, and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
To throw, it's Brock. He's moving out of the pocket. Wiggles free. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not take.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia State. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. Were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The inside handoff. The Knights will keep this drive going. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Knights moving quickly to the line. He wants to throw here on second down. Finds his back in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
That pass is incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pulls it in inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Panthers are flying. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Panthers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Right back to the well. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. The Knights in the hurry up. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They bring the punter onto the field now. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now, on the same page.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. dances away from the heat. He'll let one go down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Looking to throw, it's Brock. Dances away. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Skips away from pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. He wants to start this drive with a pass, using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I love the type of throw there by the quarterback, throwing to his running back on that angle route. That cannot be a bullet throw. He just puts enough air on it, makes it an easy catch for his running back on the move. Running back makes the grab, and he's able to advance it.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. It is perfect. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Looking to go up top on first down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate.
Lets it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this crowd is up for grabs, and not much excites them like back-to-back sacks. Third and long. At the 45, on his way. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Between the uprights, it's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Brock. He spins that thing down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Panthers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Knights will kick it away to start the second half.
Number 13, set to kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, that was just like trying to run through a traffic jam. No place for the big fella to go.
Yeah, that's the whole key, Reese. You can't let the big fella get some steam. So you got to stop him in his tracks right away. The only way you do that is...
Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's Brock. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Panthers are marching down the field. He wants to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's looking on the right side. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the route is on. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get to it. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
He's brought down at the 43-yard line. 2nd down.
They're going to test the right side with this one. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And the defense forces him to step out at the 3. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to pound it in. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He's going to pass. He's taking the shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Panthers! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Georgia State 48, UCF 17.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. He lets one fly deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like...
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Georgia State! And the beatdown has ensued. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or...
It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
UCF 17.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Finds the tight end.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were fit.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're trying to get to it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoops out of bounds. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. To the air, it's Brock. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. And the Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll fire. Might be looking to run. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. On the option. Touchdown, Panthers. And the stomping has commenced. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. An 84-yard drive there. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. On second down, they'll take to the air. They're bringing heat. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they fight them to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. This is what an elite team